right, so we should be good to go. So you can see this is a little bit more of a high zoom camera.
No, this is
How close
perfect.
to Jen do you want to be? Anyways, okay, so we were talking about human hair pieces and why for many it's probably going to be a little bit of a better option, especially if you're going to wear it a lot more frequently, like myself, where I wear it every day. And, for example, I had a patient come in last week who had a synthetic hair piece, and exactly like what you said, it doesn't move and it just stands straight out. Right. So,
Mm,
and then, like you said, getting your hands on or yourself on a qualified professional, because if you order something from Amazon, it can claim to be human hair, but
oh yeah,
legally it have 30% of human hair in it in order to be classified as human.
right.
Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah.
So, who would benefit from a hair piece like this? Or like
You mean a daily wear, a wig or a topper?
anything, like who,
Okay.
anybody who classifies basically.
Okay.
Can anyone
Okay.
wear one? Should only
Everyone can wear alternative hair, whether they feel like they need it or not, because there are people also who do it for fashion.
true.
Like they don't want to get their hair colored all the time, so they wear a topper when the color grows out. Oh yeah.
Ridiculous thing. I color my
Yes.
hair like twice a year.
Right. Right. And
Some
so yeah, there's so many, and that's one of the, I think one of the beautiful things about me is in my business, we thought outside the box. We wanted to meet every client where they were at to set them up for success.
Yeah.
So anybody can wear one. There are many reasons why people wear alternative hair, from fashion to necessity. Maybe they're having some scalp issues and they're doing some treatment on it. It's thinned out a little bit there for now.
Yeah.
Wigs, the same thing. Fashion. The other thing that's amazing, and it got caught on the live earlier when we were talking about it, about my live yesterday on Trichotillomania. There's some stuff on there. That's okay. Yeah. So
We'll have to watch
trichotillomania
that.
Trichotillomania is another reason why people
Yeah.
wear alternative hair.
So for
And
those who don't know what trichotillomania is, do you want to explain that to them
yes,
quickly?
so and you can go to my Shanna Moll Facebook and watch my live from last night on trichotillomania. So trichotillomania is a body repetitive focus behavior. And it can be everything from eyelashes to eyebrows to hair. And so when we would have a client come in with trichotillomania, it's something that cycles. My clients learned to live with it. They didn't suffer from it. And that was a big thing for me. So we created something called interruption therapy. So if somebody couldn't afford bonding, what we would do is we would put them in a daily wear. As soon as they got home, they took that off and they put a swim cap on.
Okay.
Interruption, yeah, interruption therapy. They can't get to it. It gives time to stop that cycle. And we had 3 therapists that we would refer them to, because they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so we had a complete program for it. So that's, I mean, daily wear can be worn for that as well. Um, but then we would go into bonding. And I created something called brilliant bonding. And we talked a little bit about that earlier. So what we would do with the interruption therapy, because with brilliant bonding, you can swim, you can shower, you can skydive if you want.
That's just it. You can have your whole life
Oh,
back.
exactly. And you go into the salon every 4 to 6 weeks, just like you were doing for your hair before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And as much as it changes the client's life, even we had some people who couldn't afford it, so we offered advanced care, and we tried to meet every client where they were at to help them. So
Brilliant.
yeah,
That's brilliant.
so trichotillomania is another option for us to help, whether it's day
Amazing.
wear with a swim cap or whether it's bonded.
Yeah.
And
So
that goes,
basically, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was going to say that goes for, there is a solution for you if you're at the right place to help you with anything that you, I don't care, scalp itchy, red of an issue with your soup oil, all of that starting from health was created all the way through at Refined Hair.
Amazing.
yeah, and to be able to sit in front of a client and do a consultation with them and meet them where they're at. I believe that one of the things God gave me all my challenges. I used to weigh 290 pounds. Food is my drug. I'm a sexual abuse survivor. I'm bipolar. So anybody who sat in front of me, when we started crying, I really knew exactly where they were from my pain and work,
Yeah.
right? And so when you have, and when I hired stylists, I wanted stylists who had a life that
Yeah.
they had worked through. So I sat in front of the client. I asked them about their journey. When they first called the salon, they were asked, "What is your story?" And they would say everything. And sometimes Jenny, who ran the salon, ended up crying with them because we
Yeah.
understand the pain and how it's affecting their life. They don't want to go swimming with their kids. They don't want to go to the party because they fixed their hair and it's going to be done and ruined in 20 minutes. You don't want to sit in a restaurant that's got a bright light shining down. So we understood, and I understand everything. So you ask them about their journey, and then you figure out before they come in, you're going to have enough information to kind of know about their journey. You're going to have the pictures. We always had them send them in. We told them, don't worry, they're not going anywhere. You know,
Yeah.
we're here to help you and you're in a safe place. So they come in. I walk in for the consultation. I say to them, look, I know your story because Jenny is so amazing and she wrote everything down. And you're amazing for being willing to send in some of the most vulnerable pictures you will ever take.
Hmm.
So, but I want to hear it from you. I want to hear your journey. And so then they would go on their journey. Sometimes if they were somebody that I knew I could touch, I would touch their knee. And just connect on emotional level.
Yeah.
And then I would kind of know, okay, which way do we go? Do we start with trichology? Do we talk about daily wear? Are they here for brilliant bonding? And I will tell you, 60% of our business is brilliant bonding. When they heard that they could have their life back, they found a way to do it. And what we had in the salon were 3 different levels of options. And because we wanted price points where we could try and meet any client
Help
at,
everybody. That's the hard
everybody.
part. Yeah.
Right. And if the price point is at a place where they can't afford human hair or bonding, we put them in daily wear and just
Perfect.
set them up for success there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
many options for hairdressers to offer their clients that they don't even aren't even aware of.
they
Hey.
they have no idea. It's
Yeah.
so sad. And that's one of the reasons why I did a podcast with somebody. Her name's Ellen Travis, and she's amazing. And one of the things that she said was, all of you hairdressers, I hope you're listening. This is an untouched market.
Hmm.
And the other thing she said to me, because she comes from the mainstream hair world, she said, Shanna, there are people who want to sell their salons all the time and they're not successful at it. How are you successful? And I said, because God led me a certain way. I believe in something called conscious capitalism, which is making money through your heart based on data and meeting just the client where they were at. I never looked at my numbers. Every month, of course, as a business owner and now a business coach, I knew what my base goal and my stretch goal was. I never looked at my numbers. I always reached them because it was about the client. So then we would decide, okay, here are the 3 levels of hair. And we would have a really nice loaded Cadillac, the best product in that price point. And
Yeah.
then we would have an entry level Mercedes, and then we would have a Ferrari. And we were completely transparent. So the client was there. What we talked about, I'd go out and tell Jenny. Jenny would come in 5 minutes, if or less, with the estimate. I would everything. A lot of people were so excited, wanted to make a decision right then. When can I come in? And
Yeah.
I would say, no, I want you to go home. I want you to sit with this. I want you to look at this long term. This is a lifelong commitment. Now, if there's a point where you can't bond anymore due to an illness or a scalp issue or something, we'll put you in a beautiful human hair wig that looked just like what you were
That
wearing.
you're
We
naturally wearing.
wanted to make sure that every situation was covered. So They would call typically, I would say, go home, talk to who you need to talk to, figure out what's going to work for you, and then you call us and we'll make it happen.
Love it. Love it.
Leave it with the
So
client.
that's brilliant. Okay, so to wrap it up, because I've got my next client waiting here for me too. We're just going to bust up a couple common questions there, and then we're all good for today. And then I'm going to let you explain to everybody how they can get a hold of you if they're
Okay.
looking for education for this.
Okay. Okay.
Well, do wigs look fake? I mean, I think we can take a
They,
look at me and say, no, it's not
no.
like your grandma's wig anymore,
Right.
right? Like you
Right.
said, they certainly can without the
Yes.
right professional.
Right. Right. That's
Absolutely.
biggest thing.
Yep. How long do they last? How long does a wig or a topper last?
Okay, so again, there's many variables. Is it longer and synthetic? That's going to last much less. That's synthetic against synthetic. A short topper in a synthetic can last however long. Are you wearing it a couple hours? Are you wearing it 8 hours? I mean, I had some clients that a synthetic lasted them 8 months, which is
I
amazing.
have a girl right now that's in a tea topper, and
Mm-hmm.
we bonded it to her,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a baby. It'll be 11 months old now.
Mm-hmm.
Not the baby, but the
Right.
hairpiece. And
Right.
she hasn't lost a hair.
That's
Like
amazing.
it's just lasting beautifully.
That's awesome. Is
Yeah.
it synthetic?
No, it's human.
No, it's human. That's why I was going to say it. What?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
human.
So a human hair topper can last you over a year, can last you a year and a half. It just depends on how often you're wearing it and who you've been with.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with human hair toppers, can last a really long time and beautiful. Beautiful synthetic. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and oftentimes too, like you and I were talking, it's important sometimes to get two of them, right? So that we
Yes.
can switch them out. And if any
Yes.
repair needs to be made, we send it back to the factory so
Yes.
that you're not always buying a brand new one. We're fixing
Right.
the one that you had,
Right,
right?
right. So wigs
Um,
don't look fake. Toppers don't look fake. Even if they're synthetic, you got to work with a professional.
yes, exactly. And how do you properly care for them?
So pretty much both. It's just the shampoo and conditioner that's different. You're going to hold the system, the wig, under cool water. You're going to get it wet. You're going to have a towel next to you. You're going to lay her down. You're going to put whatever the proper shampoo is, just about a dime to a nickel size, emulsify it, pat it all over, flip it over, pat it all over, and then you're going to go like this, none of this,
So I
and
was
you're going
gonna
to,
say none
yes,
of this,
none of this.
everybody. Yeah.
Exactly. And you're going to squeeze the top. You're going to hold her again. You're going to rinse her out with cool water. You're going to rinse her a lot. You're going to put her down, pat dry her, take a bit of conditioner, emulsify it in your hands. Don't put it on the base. Put it all over the hair. Comb it through with a wide tooth comb with rounded ends, and let
Okay.
that conditioner stay as long as you want. I work with a product for human hair called Uvini. Unbelievable. It's like for alternative hair and mainstream hair, it's amazing. That's what we use for the conditioner and the prepping. You rinse it out. If it's synthetic, you let it dry overnight. It'll dry exactly how it is. If it's human, let it dry overnight and then style it.
And you're gonna send me that information about you, Vinny, and Hair Smart, right? That scalp
Yes,
care line that you're looking at.
yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So tell everybody what you educate and how they can
Okay.
get a hold of how they can get a hold of you.
Okay. So everything we talked about today, we didn't really go in heavily to brilliant bonding, but that's
We'll have you
my
back to talk about that one if that's
okay.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to go to studioueducation.com. You're going to look through my education. I have a brand new program that isn't up yet. It's a 2-day from scalp health, hair growth, daily wear, and brilliant bonding, the whole thing and business. So get hold of me. I do a 30-minute discovery call consultation. If you're the end consumer, book an hour of coaching with me, and I will coach you all the way through the process of what you need to do and get you to the right people. So that's how I built my business in 6 years from 85,000 to 1.3 million, and how I sold it for over 7 figures. And now what I say is, and Ellen said this, I could have cashed out when I sold my business and just walked away from the industry, but it meant a lot of me to educate the hairdressers, because now not only am I changing the hairdresser's life, but now I'm changing thousands of clients' lives.
Exactly. It's got a major trickle effect.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, this has been awesome. I can't thank you enough. I will leave your education information in the comments
Okay.
when we're done here. That way everybody can just click on the link and get going with it. But if
Perfect.
you would love to, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to have you back to talk about just the brilliant bonding, because I think that's a pretty awesome topic.
Yes. And you have me back whenever you want, girl. I'm here for you.
I would love it. And I need to book some classes too, because I need to learn
Okay.
some more stuff.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for coming to be on the show, Shanna. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. See you later, my friend.
You bet. Take care, everyone.
You too.
Bye for now.